Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. We are continuing on with Sins of the Solar Empire. Now, we have progressed a little bit more than we had last time because I wanted to show you where we've got to and how we're going to do it. Because that way you can learn quicker and to bring yourself up to being able to be in a position where you've got more resources and so on and so forth, so you can basically, how do I put it, be in a position to defend yourself without getting overrun by the enemy. So allow me to show you where we go with this. Right, if I click on resume, right, scroll out. Basically, in the last video, I captured this one, and build up our defences. Since then, I've sent my two heavy capital ships over to here. As you can see, I did have two pirates in there. They will soon disappear. Over here, I've got two capital ships, and I need to send in there a colony ship to overtake this enemy and basically colonize that planet, which that will happen. And here I need to move my colony ship over here so it will take over and populate the two asteroids which produce metal. And this will increase my income even further. Because my income is coming up nicely now, I really need to concentrate on increasing my fleet. And the sooner you get your fleet to a bigger capacity, the better. But not forgetting to increase your civilian income. I've just committed two lots of funding into increasing my officers, which is the most valuable thing in this game at the moment, because as soon as you increase your officers, it increases your ability to defend yourself and attack the enemy. And the money is starting to get, well, metal is starting to come up quite quickly now, as you can see. The only thing, as I said earlier in the game, if you start increasing this will really slow your income down, because as you progress from 9% upkeep to 19% to 28, 38, 47, 58, 66, and that is 75. So every unit of credit you earn, 70%, 75% of that planet's income will be taken to this. This will slow your progress down immensely in the first place. So this really only needs to be done when you run out of this fleet supply, but you'll only do it one at a time, very gingerly, because that way you are getting the ships without running up a huge income gobbling uh, taxes, I shall say. Right, back to civilians. Make sure you build one of these orbital refinery. It increases your income. Once you've researched it, you actually got to build it. So if we go back down here and scroll up, because quite a lot of our resources have been used on building up the income first of all, we have got no logistics slots left, and we can't increase them anymore. We only got defensive tactics, in other words, like planet shields we can build, um, hangars and stuff like that. So it's a case of, you know, making sure you get your balance right. Right, we need to think about building more capital ships. So there's nothing really there. I can't build more capital ships until I've got sufficient metal, and that'll be about 3,000. So we are a little way off from that yet. So coming back down to here, I've got 2 capital ships in there. Click on that. Aha. Okie dokie. That's unusual. Why is it not clicking on there? Here we go. Here we go. I don't want to move them away because they will take that out. We're at 2.8, 2.1 now. So that is done one, and now we need to think about moving. We'll take him first because he's an isolated planet. We've got one more capital ship officer, so very shortly we'll build another capital ship. And if we've got space here, we'll start building defences up. And now we can afford that, we'll buy one of those. These take a huge amount of resources, but they are very, very powerful. There, another one's another Watch my video on my ums and you'll soon understand. Right, that's good. So I'm happy with that. And you got 5 there. If you notice, that's going down quite quickly. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So we have now got this built. Ideally, we want to put him as near to the front line as possible, and then we'll put one there, and then we'll probably put one there and one there. But I'm tempted to put them a bit further afield. They've got a sneaky habit of coming direct to your planet, so you've got to be wary of that. So you don't leave your palette undefended. See, that's going down very quickly now because you've got experienced capital ships. So what I'm looking for now is where to build a trade port or an orbital refinery. Trade ports send trade ships out to get more resources, which will increase your income. So this is another way to increase your income. This is what you got to look at from the start of the game to mid-term of the game. So we're now approaching sort of mid-term in the game, and I expect him to start attacking with more forces. So you've got to bear that in mind. Now you really got to start thinking about defensive tactics. So now he's there. The question is, do I build up my defenses or build up my capital ships? I think I'm going to go for the capital ship because that's got to be my #1 priority, really. As I was saying earlier, what you tend to find with these ones, they are good mid to late game in strength. These are better earlier game and also to the late game because the firepower, these increase the hull points quite dramatically, but that's through research. So if we go back to military, we need to start thinking about increasing our military funding to give us more punch on our capital ships. And if you notice on the right hand side the box, it tells you what has actually increased, the upgrade status, damage increased 5 to 10%, so basically doubling in the effectiveness, what ships are actually improved, and so on and so forth. A good thing to get is these repair bots, but see as we've got, sorry as I say, sorry about our doggies in the background, if you can hear them. Right, we've got one of these. Now I'm going to send him over there, but because he's a new ship, he's got some experience, and we're allowed one attribute, and we'll build the railgun, and then I'll build up the defences of that ship. The more battle he basically he does. If you select something and you saw that little like stars around my mouse pointer, just press your escape key. It deselects it. So I've got quite a bit in there, and I'm tempted to take that colony ship back out of there, and here, what can I do over here? I'll build that on there and start thinking about increasing my income. That's 900, not far off of that. I'll increase that. Nearly there. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm happy with the game so far, but you've got to be very wary of what these enemies are actually doing. So as I said to you a little while ago, he will start throwing um, his ships into the fights now. And you've got to think about how you're going to defend yourself. I've got two now, and I've only got one space to build another, or enough resources. So eventually, I'll have to increase my fleet size. I am thinking about selling some crystals. So if I sell some crystals, that will give me enough to buy another capital ship. So I can buy another capital ship, click on my home world, click on my capital ship, and buy another one of those. That's me maxed out because I'll need 50 for another one, which is total of 50, not just another 50 on top of that. So while that's happening and those trade ports are getting built, this colonized ship will go onto there. That will colonize that. I'm not quite sure which way to go with these yet. I'm tempted to go to there. Well, every time a capital ship attacks something, it will basically gain experience. And you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 there, and they are getting plastered. So ideally, that capital ship needs to go there. Right, and we really need to think about increasing our fleet supply, which is this here. Right, so that's increased us. So we can think about that will give us, for what I was saying, up to 400. Compared from 250, 400 is another 150. So that give us 3 more capital ships if we want to buy them. So we get rid of that. Right, so we've got another capital ship. We'll send him over there to beef that up because that's where he's pushing at the moment. If you can see his forces building, I might have to short term send these over there. But how do you create a fleet? Right, a fleet is created here. Create fleet. Alright? That means those two are together and these two here, I'll create another fleet. So that's that fleet there. And I've got another capital ship there. So I eventually will have 4 capital ships in there, which should be sufficient to take this down. But in the meantime, what I need to do is work on my military. This is a good one to get. You've got to get this up. That will increase your hold points and your repair rate up to 30%. So that will make a significant difference. And then we need to start building up armor plating of the hull. So that's 800. So that'll be the next step.
Research complete. Plotting jump coordinates. Time is short.
Oh, do I don't. Right,
Link active. Ready
I'm
for
gonna
battle.
change my mind and put
Need something
these back in
spicy.
there because I feel my capital ships now are just on the brink of being able to hold this ground over here.
Shields have failed.
So what I think would be a good idea is to
Ready for
get
battle.
this
Good day, Commander.
flagship out of there, because what will happen, they will aim to kill that as quick as they can.
Good day, Commander.
What I'm trying to do
Comlink active.
is basically
Good day, Commander. Good day, Commander.
attack. Oh, that's nearly gone. That's not too bad. What you want to do, try to avoid having this killed, because once he's gone, it will cause you a lot of problems, basically. And if you notice, you've got fighters and bombers. They will wreak havoc on your ships if you're not careful. And over here, you see the state of your vessels,
Plotting
how
jump
good the hull
coordinates.
is. The blue is antimatter, and the green is your hull, and the yellow is your shield. So as you can see,
All
that
power to
it's
Jupiter
got
8. Ready for battle.
no
Research
shields.
complete.
Right,
Good day, Commander.
right. We are just about
Backup is joining the
right.
fight.
So
Good day, Commander.
what I've been doing is, because
Tactical
I
active.
isolate this one from the fleet, I've had to create this one as a single fleet
Formation is under
and the
attack.
other ones that are over there as a fleet, if you see what I'm
Good day,
saying.
Commander.
And we'll create a new fleet there. So hopefully, yes, I think we'll win this comfortably. Whew, he says, right, now we need to build up resources again and then concentrate on that, concentrate on bringing our income up, and then concentrate on building this up to increase this and that. Ah, I'm glad I didn't build that starport, starbase there, because that would gobble up my resources too quickly, and then I would have been unable to build another capital ship.
Our flagship shields have failed.
Yep, our flagship is here. No, it's
Unit
not.
development finished.
I sent the wrong one back. Oops. Right, let's see which one's. There we go.
Ready for battle.
I need to send this one back there.
Easily done.
Right. Sometimes what tends to happen, you select one, and because they're in a fleet, they will do this. They will all go back, and you don't want that.
Ready for battle.
And that's
Comlink active.
what I'm doing. Right, because I sent the wrong one back, I will bring him back into the fight.
Good day, Commander.
Right.
Easily done.
That was getting a bit tricky there. Now, we will place him there.
Structure complete.
As you can see,
Finding coordinates.
it's very resource hungry game, and it's about making sure you do everything right to try and mitigate your losses. The more you keep your ships alive, the better it is for
Good day.
surviving and upgrading. And the more battles these ships fight, the
Calm
more
lane
experience they get.
Time is
Hence, this is the upgrades.
planet
Right,
development finished.
how are we doing? We're doing alright. Right, bear in mind, Koya.
One of our foes is building something new.
Comlink active.
So what we'll do, let's have a look at that. What are these? Koya, battleship. Right, we'll draw a square around
Good
there,
day,
and then
Commander.
we'll make that a fleet,
Sounds more like it.
and then we will tack
Shall
that
be our
there.
finest hour.
Right.
Structure
If you
complete.
notice, my flagship has only got 89% or 4% shields.
Planet development
The
finished.
shields take quite a time to regenerate, so best leaving that there. That's why I brought it out the battle. So, now is the way. When I make a video, my dogs instinctively know
Moving fast.
about
Ready for
barking.
Yes,
It's
Commander.
an ongoing thing, so my apologies. So, as you can see, and we'll call this part 2 of the walkthrough, I think, because where we are now is we're just getting into mid-term game. We're starting to colonize, we're starting to get a reasonable quick income coming in. Now we've got enough fleet resources to build more ships, and I'm just going to build another capital ship, and I'll have another Mars Dreadnought. Alright, Mars. Alright, so, and then I will need to increase fleet logistics. I will need to increase these because I've run out of officers. And one of my little doggies, as you can probably hear, wants to come upstairs. So, but my wife's downstairs looking after him. The daughter's outside, well, in the hallway. So they're well cared for, and yeah, okie dokie. So as you can see by the bottom bar down here is what's actually on the planet and what the defences are. If you look carefully, the one, two, three, fourth one down is how many hangars it's got. So that's 4 sets of fighters and 4 sets of bombers. That's how I do that. And I've just got another Mars Dreadnought built, and we'll go for the incendiary shells, and we'll bring him
We have wiped out an enemy colony.
over here. So if you notice, we need to do Ferrous exploration. So if we go back to research, click on civilian, and then find Ferros. There we go, click on that. And we also need to concentrate on our trade ships. So we'll increase the trade ship size. Right. Again, you go back to the same principle of building up your resources, building up your fleet, developing your ships, defences, and so on. So this is where we're going to leave it again, and I think we've got so far. We're still progressing through a mid-term game, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video so far. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, please do so. Hit the bell icon, then click all. But the benefit about when you click the little thumbs up, it lets other people that are liking these type of games to put the video in front of them and see how to win on tactics and stuff like that, and how to enjoy the game without getting beaten every single time. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. We're just going to basically exit the game and then end it. So thanks for watching. See you soon.